this though. I ain't capping with you. Is this shit live? If so, I'm out eating. I don't want you guys really seeing that. But we're gonna just be watching some YouTube videos late night, reacting to stuff. Got her pregnant. Oh no. Let's see what happened. Wait a minute, I'm tripping, dipping.
So it has been a while since we last talked about Fresh and Fit. Last time we caught up with their dynamic duo, Myron was crying about saving men.
Saving children, right? That was great. But saving you guys is better.
He walked out.
And Frogger, well, he was doing his usual thing looking confused. It's like he's constantly thinking about if he left the stove on at home, and it's all that occupies his brain. Over the last couple of months, I have noticed videos popping up in my recommendations where the Fresh and Fit viewers call into their show just to roast Walter, calling him the useless, weak link on the show who is essentially leeching off of Myron.
From the outside looking in, it looks almost like you're leeching. So a lot of people look at you and they go, wait, man, I can do that better than he can. I can talk better than he can. So the outside people look at you and they go, yeah, no, we don't really with that guy. Objectively speaking, from the outside looking in.
Yo, Fresh. Are they calling you out for not being so fresh anymore? Yo, speaking about Fresh. What happened to your ass, man? For real. Speaking about for real. Where's my freaking mic part? For real. Like, I haven't supposed to have something to speak out of. For real. Use just headphones. Fuck it, you guys can still hear me, right? Like, I haven't supposed to have something to speak out of. For real. I guess it worked, man. Like, fuck it.
It looks like your progress is super slow.
What'd you say? Good night. Do we still got the apple pie a little bit? Yeah. No, I'm gonna have a little piece. Hey, you talking to somebody? No. I'm just live. Yeah. Congratulations, buddy. That's really good though.
So 14 days from starting tomorrow.
Really? They already got the schedule type shit?
No, tomorrow they give us the schedule.
Oh, no way. So more calls, though?
No more stress about we're losing the...
Yeah, it's already done, but right now you just need to have the schedule.
Tomorrow, Mali time.
Mali time? Are they in Dubai?
Yeah. And I got the iron ore that I'm trying to see what I can do. Because the guy in Mexico that I gave the power, he wants to run with a business without paying me.
Really?
The Chinese guys that came over here and the guys that came from China, they're not really paying any attention because they're talking directly with Miguel, and I don't have a contract with them, with China, but I have it with Miguel.
Yeah.
And Miguel's being an asshole, not answering my calls or texts. So I'm sending the people.
Yeah, I have to go and check out what the fuck is up.
I'm not gonna fucking, if either he gets lined up or else he's...
No, it's stupid.
I'd rather, if I'm not gonna make money, he's not making money, he's out.
Yeah. Close contract, like, you don't need to have deal with people who are just gonna be fake. You know, mostly if you give them opportunities.
I got a lot of things with John. I gotta work with John. John is gonna be our...
Cause there's a...
He's 34. So I'm fucking 14 years older than I am. He's younger, 14 years younger than I am. And John, you couldn't be able to relate better with him. He moves, he's smart as fuck.
He sounds he has the same kind of vocabulary like me, you know. He understands like what the fuck is going on, but he's also pro now. You
I
know.
lost the crypto deal.
You know.
They didn't want it to go because they were changing too much to the structure. So I'm trying to find some other sellers in Dubai for the crypto right now. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. That crypto shit is fucked. I know crypto is fucked up. I don't like it because it's literally like trust fake money like into a stock or not even a stock, a wallet. They say, and then how are they gonna like, like you know?
No, a handshake. They just transfer money, but there's an automated system that's called a smart system,
Yeah.
which is a computer.
Yeah.
And you program it, and they give you whatever's the difference. Like it'll put the money on an escrow account.
Yeah.
So it's like in a cloud. So that money, once it transfer, whatever percentage that is the.
I don't know how they do it. It's so many ways.
It's already programmed. So
I know it's like there's liquid form and then.
Arabics didn't want it to program on the smart because they feel like they're gonna get fucked over. So they brought another idea, and the fucking buyers are like, "Fuck your idea. I got the fucking platform. I already have everything set up, and you don't want to fucking take it." I'm like, "Fuck you. You made me wait a month waiting for this kind of answer. You're an idiot. You don't even know this business." So they told me either they jump on board or they're out.
Yeah. It's better having people jump out, you know? Can't be legit. Stay legit. Fake is never gonna make it. Oh God. Dad, you can't fake it till you make it. You know what happens to those people? Those people just stay legit. That's my main message for y'all. If anyone's watching this right now, let me know.
We see this other fucking dude on the other side of the table working hard, day in, day out, losing sleep, grinding the whole time, talking about equipment, doing a whole bunch of other shit, and it just seems like you're just going to the club and twerking. Like,
And while it is clear that they both have their roles in their success, we all know who's driving this ship. Either way, Walter is the star of today's video. Remember, this is the same man who claimed to have a body count in the thousands.
So for me, I was at a point where 3 a day was easily done through Instagram, and that's what I did.
I'm Myron Gaines.
3 a day was easy? What are you talking about, 3 a day? Bro, I hate people who literally justify like how much they really get, or I think even manageable around girls. Like, dude, I have girls that want to get married when I talk to them. And not on some cocky shit, on some like, yo, this guy, he's so nonchalant, carries his power, and doesn't fucking brag about it. But if anything he's bragging about is that he has a personality. That's the only thing I brag about. Like, I'm not fucking boring. Most of these people are fucking boring. They need to fucking realize, like, build a personality, then build your own respect of who you really want to talk to, you know? Them looks are something, but
My business partner, Fresh CEO. We're two guys pulling girls in one of the most competitive markets, Miami, Florida. We run a podcast helping men how to navigate the current sexual market. Our like count is over the 3 figures.
And also got finessed a few years back by some chick who was openly going around saying she finesses men for money.
Could you at least tell the jury how long you've known her?
1 month.
First day that I met you, having that genuine conversation on the boat, like
on the yacht. On the boat.
Now I really bring Fresh up today because our boy is in some hot water. He woke up to that "I'm late" text after he did not strap up with the latex, allegedly that is. And this is the woman who is claiming to be pregnant with his child. She leaked text messages and voicemails that were allegedly from Frogger himself.
let's see what the fuck happened. Let me see.
Basically, the man wants to cross the street without getting hit by a car. He wants to abort the mission, and she's not having any of that. You always told me you wanted me to be your baby's mother. I love you and did everything to be a good girlfriend. Now this is happening. You walked away. I think I want to keep the baby. I don't want to kill alive. I want you to think carefully and take responsibility. So she wants to keep the baby, i.e.
She's over. Game's over. Because she's grown enough to make those decisions. Not all abort the mission. Bro, wasn't he like so like pro like nodding up? Like, isn't nodding up means you can't what's it called, get girls pregnant? Like, wasn't like
wants a scholarship at the Frogger community for the next 18 years. While on the other hand, he just wants this situation to be over ASAP.
I want the baby because I don't want to the baby. I don't want to.
Oh no! Don't get the looks confused, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Them girls are beautiful as fuck. Once they get to talk, they start talking like La La Land, or they over here talking like I'm not with it.
Nobody.
You're not. They just give you a pill and it's over.
No. God wants you to have a baby. 7 years never happened, and then you're you're f***ing me for a month, and I'm pregnant.
The funniest part is this. This all goes directly against everything they preach not to do when it comes to men quote-unquote protecting themselves. They shit on women all day who fit this exact profile to a T. And she actually managed to convince these guys that she comes from money and that she's somehow not a gold digger. He was out here buying her expensive gifts, tricking off his simp subscribers' hard-earned money. And the thing is, this all could have been very easily avoided. She even posts text messages from beforehand where she apparently had another pregnancy scare, and she even told him that he would not be so lucky next time, insinuating that if he continued to shoot up her club, that she would get pregnant. Of course, after these texts started spreading around online, they had to come in with a response.
We had people come at us. We've had death threats at us. People fucking laugh at every time we fucking go through some bullshit. So you motherfuckers can say whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm not going anywhere.
I mean, the man is damn near...
Oh, damn. Your brother's taking the heat for you. It's crazy.
breaking down in tears over his boy getting a thought pregnant. In fact, he broke down about this entire thing, yelling on his soapbox to the world about how hard their life is creating content on the edge.
You know what's crazy? I feel for you a bit, a little bit, just because you're just being a man and these girls are just being thoughts, you know? Men, yeah, they could maybe fuck other fucking girls whenever they want just because they have that statue that they fucking built. But at the same time, girls, they're so emotionally tied, bro. That's the thing, the difference. You can't be just messing with any girl, bro. You can't mess with the girls that you already know she could understand you for that point. And if she already does, why the fuck would you want to fuck around and destroy that? If anything, you could build with that. You could have other girls down for that shit. This shit right here sounds like La La Land girl found a dude that was okay at doing this shit and said, okay, maybe this one time I'm not gonna do anything about it. Let's see if he would be down to stay. And him being the man he is, he's probably gonna stay with her. But dude, this is crazy. Let's see what they talk about, man. This is crazy. I'm staying.
The thing is, though, guys, this was not some one-night stand.
Was it really a one-night stand type shit? Let's do this.
The thing is, though, guys, this was not some one-night stand. And while I do think her main motive in this situation is money, an opportunity for a better life, she also had a deeper relationship with this man, even going as far as to meet his mother, apparently. You know, in some cultures, I think you meet the mother and
maybe he saw potential in her, but at the same time, it was too soon for him. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry if you feel for you, but at the same time, bro, if I was going through that shit at his age, I already had the money, I already got the pay. Fuck it, dude. It's one of my baby mamas. And hopefully, my devilish mind would say, like, oh my gosh, hopefully this girl would be down for other girls in the future. That's my only thought I would say. She's that cute. Maybe she will understand. But we already know what happens to girls like that. They just get the divorce money. Because you already know. First of all, I don't even know if they're going to get married. But this is a whole rabbit hole they're going into.
When they start throwing the rice, they start hearing wedding bells. The way she tells it, the two actually met back in November of last year. She ends up meeting his family, she meets his friends. He defends her from various allegations that his audience had dug up. And she even claims that they had a very serious conversation where he said that she was the one. I mean, the guy was allegedly out here telling her that he loves her.
I love her. No, I don't.
Me personally, I'm running through similar situations. No, none of this shit. But I'm catching feelings. But, dude, this guy I don't know if he plays that role, like he has time for this relationship. But we're gonna find out, man.
Let me think.
So the baby news drops, it goes viral, Fresh and Fit react poorly, like so bad their lawyer even told them to shut up about it.
But now is not the time to unleash the Kraken here. There is a lot being said right now, and I appreciate, Walter, that you are taking my advice and you are not saying it.
Aubrey and Preach would then interview this mystery pregnant woman. And can we just take a moment to admire the pure pettiness of that entire concept? I mean, talk about pouring salt on the wound of your greatest nemesis. In this interview, Daisy does herself no favors.
Well, he's just making him like make him look like idiot right now, because clearly, like, he made that on public, and on the conversation you saw it. He calls me girlfriend, right? Are you gonna take someone to see your entire family if she's not your girlfriend? Travel to your home country? That's not reasonable.
Then I ask her, well, why do you not want to be intense about monogamy, but you are rushing to have a kid?
Yeah, I understand, because I just felt like I just feel like I'm not that type of girl that I have to be with someone for years to get married, or...
Oh, not to be with someone for years to get married, but I just want a baby. Oh, I just want to feel like I have someone, but I don't have someone. Like, single motherhood is crazy, right?
If I like someone, I can have a kid with him.
Shout out to people who actually get it done good, but sometimes I feel like that's what we're missing in this world. Oh, I think I need to be over here more. Oh, that shit's crazy, man, what they be saying. They be saying the wrong things. I feel like I would not be saying that. Like, I don't know, I'm not a girl, dude. No, that shit way too far, brother. Let me see, wait. Let me see if that's better. Because I want to be able to see this video, but not be like in the way of it. Deadass. Much better.
For like a week.
So I do not find her to be trustworthy at all when it comes to her motives or how much she apparently loved Frogger. She says a whole lot of nothing here, but did provide some receipts and evidence of the depth of their relationship. The funniest thing to come out of this situation, though, is when Fresh and Fit try and now say this chick is an escort who likes to con men out of their money.
Now it makes sense why she has these foreign numbers contacting her. Now it makes sense why she's on video negotiating prices for certain favors. But then she's running around and telling Abba and Preach and all these other simps, oh, I'm going to escort, and they're believing it. Oh, okay, I believe it. Hey, man, like I said before, the truth will always come out.
Which were the very allegations their audience had levied against her when they first popped out on their podcast together.
She still took pictures that an escort would take. So she's still a hoe. And you gave a hoe a $30,000 bracelet, Fresh, so that's a hoe. You got exposed.
Yo, I saw pictures of her on an escort site.
Yo, he's getting cooked.
People clearly stole her photos and put her there. Bro, she's f***ing Miss China, dude.
At the end of the day, admitting that about her just means that he fell in love and was prepared to have a child with not only a woman who he just met, but a woman who it should be apparent from the very jump, like the first second you see her, what she is most likely about. The red pill god himself potentially got by the oldest trap in the book. And I can't say I did not see this coming, as he's not exactly the brains of this operation. This other
I mean, like, honestly, I see it happening too. Like, this shit happen, but I see it like I'm picking the right one out of all the girls that they ran through in that show. Like, one thing was showbiz, but then one thing is like, I don't know, bro. They was like, I'm having too much fun with this show where they're like, they took the whole on, bro. Like, literally.
guy is out here likely putting hot sauce in his condoms and shit. And you know Myron is so pissed off about the optics of this garbage. He even suggests at this point that he is going to get her deported from the country for just bringing this entire situation about.
And you best believe, I'm calling immigration on you. 100%.
At the end of the day, these guys are just a couple of goofs.
I'm calling immigration on you.
I think that I've finally let go of the fact that they were willing to have my channel deleted to censor my videos about them, as it has been a couple of years at this point. So congratulations to Frogger and Daisy on the potential kid. Let me know when that registry comes out. I'll be sure to send you guys a very nice bassinet.
Dog, that's crazy, brother. I can't believe he got cooked up like that. Dude got cooked in the fucking chat. Daniel. That shit is crazy to me. Ooh. Look at that mojo going. I just don't know what to watch. Turn Psycho. How does Young Chop? Wait, let's see this.
Young Chop a man who done produced so many classic anthems, but recently he's been getting arrested so many times over everything. So where did he go wrong? Like I said, Young Chop somebody who been around for over a decade. This man is somebody who been changing.
But Young Chop is scary.
Changing the way music sounded since Chief Keef first blew up. So you gotta really think and understand what kind of influence this man had during the early 2010s. And at the start of his career, he was just working, dropping albums, making music. But early in his success, he was getting into a lot of problems, and the problems just kept coming over and over. Early 2010s, he lost his grandma, his mom, and he fell out with Chief Keef. It was just a lot going on. Back in 2016, he told SXL, my third studio album, the process with this album is I had my mother in the studio with me. My mama just passed away. Within that process, I was making this and said, let me make this my third album where I'm officially rapping. What went through my mind, I don't even know. Life hit me that quick. I'm 22, but it just shot me. Like, I took my mama everywhere with me. I let her travel me to all these different places, interviews, all that. But this time period was filled with problems to the point where he was pretty much coming at the whole industry.
It's a message to all the Chicago artists and producers and everything. Don't go against me. I'm here to help you. It's them old keeping y'all heads up. Don't listen to them. Listen to them. And then them niggas be tricking y'all mind, signing y'all to these $10,000 deals because y'all ain't got no money. You feel me? Y'all, you gonna take it regardless, you know, because you ain't got nothing. I'm here to tell you, don't take that. Don't go do you. You feel me? Them niggas plotting right now how to take me, trying to take me out. I know it. They plotting right now trying to take me out because I'm telling the truth. They don't like the truth. Yeah, I'm saying that to say this. I just went through some things, man, that I can't explain right now. I can't talk about right now. But it was a lot of Chicago artists. I went to her house and came over there. That was up. And then Kanye don't make it no better. You feel me? He right along with use you, try to soak up everything, you know, get you the right songs for him, you know, and then don't call you after that, you know. Say for instance, like Don't Like and my boy Vic Menson, like they gonna make it seem like he put them on. And he really fucking didn't. They started from the bottom. You feel me? Them niggas don't like me. You wanna know why they don't like me? Cause I'm a fucking boss. I do what the fuck I want. I don't ride them niggas at all. I never did. F them. I'm the king.
He was basically feeling like people in the industry won't hesitate to use you. If they got the opportunity, they will use you. He even felt like Kanye was using him, because if you remember around that time, Kanye was tapped into the whole Chicago scene. But throughout time, Chop was building up all this animosity toward Kanye. He was feeling like, Ye didn't do enough for Chicago artists. But over the years, he was just out here making music. He was doing what he loved. But when everything would really change for him, it had to be when the world changed. 2020 will mark the start of this man's downfall. This will be when everything started to fall apart. Nearly 4 years ago from the day I'm recording this video, he got online with Gilly, and they was gossiping like some little kids. I don't know what started the conversation, but I'ma just let you hear it yourself.
A hard one. So, who the scariest tough guy is?
The scariest tough guy?
Yeah, who be portraying like he a real street nigga. He's scary as
21 Savage. In my book. In Amigos. I like Lil Baby. He be beating up.
Oh. Why? Because he just put hands on you. You ain't
Who he put hands on? Offset? Offset ain't saying that. He Big GD, right?
Huh?
He ain't saying that. I'ma air it out though. They was getting off the stage. I was coming on the stage. Matter of fact, I was going to the VIP section. The nigga Turk was there and everybody was there. AB, all them niggas was there. I'm going to the VIP section. Tell me I wasn't important enough to go back in the VIP section.
Who told you that?
The security.
So Migos security told you wasn't important enough to come in VIP?
And tell me why I just recently seen a nigga at a homecoming out here. I had a big ass FN on me too.
And look, that little Instagram live started a war. It was Young Chop versus the industry. Everybody had something to say to Chop because he had something to say to everybody else. First, it was Meek Mill. He came to Twitter saying it's obvious Chop having some mental issues. Y'all be gassing stuff too much, y'all gotta ignore it. I've been getting beats from him for years. I hope he get well. Then it was 21 Savage. They got the beefing and that was crazy. After 21 seen the clip, he was just on IG speaking his mind. He posted a pic of Chop and said, make sure y'all go get his tape when it drop, cause he need the clout, and pray for him, cause he done lost his mind.
Trying to promote his album, man. Chop trying to tweet, do all this sad, man. Chop posted a video down Boulevard. You know, Boulevard like my second home. That's my hood too. Chop ran through Boulevard. He say, this look pretty. I'm from Chirac. So, you know, I DM like, bro, I be in Chicago, bro. A lot of niggas me up there like, don't be thinking that cause you from Chicago, you just the toughest nigga in America. Like, that down here don't give a we don't give a where you from, bro. That shit don't make you tough. It's on every inch of the world. So all that I'm from here, I'm from there, that shit don't mean nothing. Nigga don't give a where you from. Period. And y'all start commenting talking about R.I.P. Chop. Don't never wish death on nobody. Like, it's a going on and on start fake beefs. I don't beef with. Tell them I gonna beef with a who who I've never met. That don't even make sense. How can I be mad at you if I don't even know you? I don't just wake up mad at nigga I don't know. What the hell type that is? That shit really sound like some such. Like, nigga just wake up, go to my page or whatever, look at my videos on YouTube. Like, I don't like this shit. Crazy, man. I don't know who the hell raised y'all. Who taught y'all this shit.
Nah.
That's the problem.
Hey, man, y'all pray for Young Chop, man. That nigga having a mental breakdown. So, man. Hate to see my young black kings act like that, man. We gotta start uplifting people when they start acting crazy. Y'all gotta show him that he loved out here. I don't love him, but I know some of y'all probably love him. Y'all show that love, man. We ain't trying to be killing each other and shit.
He probably wondering what 21 even talking about. So around this time, Chop was kind of going on a clout chasing spree. He went in his own sits and was just driving around looking for 21 Savage, causing all these problems.
Man, y'all let a nigga from the city come down here and check y'all, bro? That's crazy, big dog. Y'all know I ain't letting that bankroll die, right? That's family. Y'all know that, right?
Hold up with home, man.
Okay.
Come on, man. Alex,
We ain't letting that shit slide, big dog.
Come on, man.
But I really want to let this bitch off right now.
You know that?
Oh, God. You think I'm playing? Alright, cool. Say no more. Hey, tell him to have my money, though. 24 hours, though. Oh, God. Bro, we go come through this bitch. Sweep this bitch. Y'all ain't even gonna know.
Hey, who the hell is that, though?
Y'all ain't even gonna know gonna come through a sweep.
Hey, what will he?
Though.
Hey, what will you know that? We just try to see what's up.
Y'all trying?
Well, you know that nigga. Who you talking about?
Oh, I don't know who you talking about. They talking about they don't even know you. You's a f***ing goofy. You don't know what I'm talking about? Let me buy something at y'all store, man.
No, they on the east side.
Who on the east side? Why the f*** gave me this address? But I'm doing it for clout. And I'll keep over there. It's left, bro. I told you that already. This the last stop, and I'm going back home. I just came out to give you a Gatorade from their hood.
Last stop finished?
Yeah. Now, make a left so I can go right here, and then I'm gonna be done. Hey, B-Dog. Hey, B-Dog. What's up, B-Dog? Ain't this they? Hey, B-Dog, check it out. What you running for? I ain't gonna shoot you, big dog. Hold on. I'm gonna be right back. I'm finna talk to my cousin. What's up, big dog? Where they at, man?
Oh, I see him.
You see me? Where they at, man? I don't want to come back over here no more because I don't know y'all hoods. Oh, okay. Thought it was a problem around this. Goofies. Better not be no snipers around this. Talking about no. You talking about goofies? That nigga doing all that cap on Instagram. Talking about nigga won't pull up to this hood. That my second home. Now this your first home right here, bitch. I think he used to stay right over there. I'm not too sure. Tell academics to post this. What you talking about? Nigga on the fucking crumb. Know y'all, bro. On my mama, bro. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe. What you talking about? I'm ready to go home now. Yup. Thank you.
In 800 feet, turn right onto Martin Luther King Jr. Drive Southwest.
What's up, bro?
Oh, my bad. Come on, we go.
Just ahead, make a right turn on Martin Luther
For sure.
Then while he out there looking for 21, the man Chop was stirring up so many problems, the Uber man car got shot up.
Lame as hell, bro. They mad I pulled up to their hood. Then I see another. They thought I ain't see them sliding up, like on the left side. But they know the right side really killers. And they ain't hit. Like, bro, I am not hit, bro. Look at all this shit, bro.
Them boys need to. Hey, boy, them boys need to hire. They need to hire some real shooters. Hey, let's say, man, it's up on these niggas. Can't even come outside no more. Man, these boys scary as hell, man. Did I get hit? I'm trying to see. I don't feel shit, bro. I made a steal or something out of this. On folks now. On blood now. That was a blood set. A Pyru set. A blood set. I don't know. I'm trying to see if they was bloods. I thought 21 there was bloods.
After all that went down, right, you know what Chop decides to go do? He goes, gets on Instagram Lives, and laughs about the situation he got in. He laughs about how he almost got his Uber driver smoked who ain't had nothing to do with nothing. You even heard Lil Reese in the clip out of all people. He told Chop that he was tweaking. He said, Chop, you not all right. What is you doing?
Yeah, blicked at me, shorty. I'm dead. I'm looking at them dead in their face. I'm never. This with his eyes closed. I swear to God. I'm damn. I'm never.
So my is blick.
On my mama.
You what?
On my mama. It's on live. I swear to God. That shit funny as hell to me. Hell no. They got out of there too quick. Hey, when I tell you the boy, it's on damn. Hey, they got out of that bitch. They pop. I'm damn. I can't even get these niggas. Hey, the Uber pulled over and everything. I'm damn never. I'm never.
You was in the Uber?
In the Uber. They shot the Uber. The Uber driver ain't get hit or nothing. I swear to God, I can't make this up. And they hit his window. Hell no, man. What the
Folks, your ass tweaking.
I swear to God. Them boys over there getting it too.
That shit crazy.
I mean, drink me some water.
I'm in the A, I'm finna FaceTime you.
But it ain't just stop at Reese though. Everybody was treating Chop like it was something wrong with him. It was all kind of goons checking him.
I'm elected already.
Nah, you ain't elected.
But I
yet,
am
nigga.
Democrat.
I'm gonna beat the brakes. I'm gonna knock them dreads loose.
Democrat,
I
Republic.
want to catch a fade. Ask about me.
Democrat, Republic.
Man, I want to fade.
Democrat,
nigga.
Republic.
I don't want to shoot, man. I fuck with my BD nigga.
Democrat.
I'm 34, nigga.
I ain't
I'm
even BD,
gonna
nigga.
beat up somebody at my
I'm
age.
not even BD.
I'm gonna beat the fat out you.
You didn't even know that,
Listen,
did you?
I'm gonna
I ain't
beat the
even
pork
BD.
out you. I'm GD, nigga. But ask somebody, nigga. Yeah,
And I know
all
real
right. But, hey,
GD.
we gonna leave that. We gonna leave that off the internet.
I know
We
real
ain't that-
GDs.
We not into that. Stop playing with me. You don't even know what the fuck going on. I'm gonna slap you, boy.
I don't know what's going on.
Listen.
Why this nigga pinned it under my...
Man, fuck, that's cool. Watch your mouth, nigga.
Watch what mouth?
Watch your mouth, nigga.
What's gonna happen?
All right, man. Hey, I love this internet shit. Yeah.
What's gonna
Trap
happen?
Mom about to drop. Send me a beat, nigga. You need to try to be
Hey.
a nigga friend for
What's gonna happen?
Send me a beat, nigga.
I need to be your friend.
We can be friends after I beat you up. We ain't gonna be cool.
You
after
know
I
you
win.
ain't gonna beat me up.
I know.
I
it.
bet you won't.
You want to bet?
On my mama, you won't.
Now put
On
that
the
on you.
stack
Now
of
we gonna
these
keep your
bitches.
parents out of this.
Hey, look.
This is for us.
Bible.
This
you
ain't
won't.
for nobody. Don't put nothing on the Bible.
On the Bible, you won't.
You don't even believe in what you believe
That's
in.
crazy
Real,
to
because you
me.
wouldn't be doing what you're doing.
That's crazy.
Hey, if
to
you
me.
believed in what you believed
What
in,
you gonna hit Wolfer with
you
for?
wouldn't be doing what you doing, Jack.
What you gonna hit Wolfer with me for?
Then I guess after all the attention was getting so crazy, King Von even hopped on live with y'all.
Nobody worried about you, gang.
What?
Everybody thinks something wrong with you, and I'm just sitting here just like, damn, what's wrong with Big Four now? Everybody worried about you. Like, for real, what's wrong?
Did the food just drop out my mouth?
What you doing this for? Like, what is for? Like, for real? Like,
What for?
what you acting crazy for, gang? For real? You good, bro?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, for real. Let them know you need something or anything, gang. For real, bro. Cause you tweaking on. Oh no, I'm fake off it right now. So I'm tweaking. You see what I'm saying? But like, nah, if you need something real, bro, or you fucked up.
I'm up.
Man, stop playing, bro. Oh, like for real, what's up, gang? What's wrong with you?
Can you cash out me $20?
But back to Chop and Meat though, he was on live really clout chasing. He was on there talking about how he hit Meek Ho and how he was doing all this kind of stuff. Now look, I don't know what was wrong with Chop during this time, but he was really arguing with any and everybody. But remember that clip from earlier though, back when he was riding around Atlanta looking for 21 Savage. Well, it turns out that situation got that man thrown in jail. See, look, when he was out with that Uber driver and the car got hit up, 12 said he was at fault. They felt like he was out harassing people, meaning he put the Uber driver life in danger. XXL wrote, the arrest comes out there incident last Sunday when 26-year-old Chop went out looking for 21 Savage around Atlanta after the two exchanged words on social media. During the search around 21 Savage's old apartment complex, Chop went on live to share that his ride was shot by someone in a vehicle that pulled up alongside the Uber. Chop even showed the footage of the car's glass being shattered and boasting about being unharmed. That wasn't it though. First thing this nigga do when he got out of jail, he go and drop a diss track on everybody. Drake, Meek, French Montana, 21 Savage. And look, I'ma just read you the caption at Meek Mill, at Champagne Poppy, French Montana, and 21. Diss track, link in bio. But probably the craziest thing that happened to Chop during this time was he came to IG, posted a video of him walking out on the porch and just shooting at a nigga. I'm so dead serious. He walked on the porch saying, "What's up?" and just started shooting. Then after all that, right, some weeks after all this,
This guy, look how big he is. Oh my gosh.
he gets arrested for probation violation. But you're probably wondering, what did he even get on probation for? Well, some months before all this went down, some months before he was having this whole mental breakdown on social media, he got booked and put on probation because he starved his dog to death. And that right there should have been a sign of 12 that something was not right with this man. Early 2020 was just filled with so many problems. But out of every beef and out of every problem he was getting into, the most disrespectful one would have to be when he got into it with Southside.
Tell them how you paid to get your back, man.
You said what?
Tell them how you paid to get your chains and shit.
I ain't never lost no jury.
When they ran in the studio with you with Dash, and you talking about Dash set you up?
Some on all my kids, you feel me?
On my mama,
the thing
bro.
is, though,
on my mama, you had to go get that shit back.
Nigga, on my kids.
On my mama, you had to go get that shit back.
Ever.
Yeah.
Hey, Chop, check it out. If a nigga took my jury, why they never posted my jury, Chop? Why they never posted my jury, Chop?
Hey,
because a nigga don't post my jury,
before I had somebody stomp your ass out.
Why nigga
He's soft.
Post another
hey,
in my
anyway,
jury, Chop.
Use a hoe.
But see, look, when we take your cheap ass jury, when we take that cheap that you got,
use a
we'll put that cheap
use
on
a
my dog.
hoe.
On God.
Y'all boys was back then broke. Flex on y'all. Never I once.
Nigga, you can't even wash the bottom of your stomach, you fat.
That big, bitch. When I catch you, tell them about that shit in the
studio,
nigga. When you had to pay to get your fucking jury back, nigga.
Your mama, hey, check this out.
Say no more, nigga. And you can't go to Cali, bitch.
Check this out.
Go to Cali.
I swear I'm gonna piss on your mama's grave.
I'm gonna push a button on your ass.
Piss all on your mama's grave. I swear to God, right? I'm gonna piss all on your mama's grave, you bitch. I swear to God. You bitch. On God. I'm gonna piss in your mama. Then let all the homies piss in her shit. You could have ran that if she was still alive, you bum ass nigga. You talking about whole ass. Get yourself together. Your life. Your life ain't worth that.
So this how gangster you saying something about a nigga. Man,
your dead mama, nigga. Dead grandma.
I'm talking about your
daddy if he dead.
I bet y'all can your
anybody
bitch,
around that you love that's dead.
What up,
man? You love that's dead, you bitch ass nigga.
Bitch, why you go with that bitch so you get some fame?
You a bitch.
You went with him.
I don't need
your lame ass up. You see Metro tear your ass up every time.
I ain't seen nothing that disrespectful in a minute, but Chop did put himself in that situation. I hate to say it, but he did. Even though he was being real ignorant and disrespectful in some of these situations, what happened? What even made young Chop start acting like this? Well, he said to go back to 2016 to be exact.
Mental illness, lace blunt, I got drugged. Okay. Now let's tell a story about this drug situation. Okay, you guys, now we finna have story time with Chop. Now let's have story time with young Chop, y'all. Let's talk about being drugged. Should I put names out? That was like 4 years I got drugged, y'all. 4 years ago, like 2016. But I'm in my right mind though, like, I'm confused though. I was never mentally f***ed up, no mental illness or nothing, you know? But for my blood brother to go on the internet and say, pray for me, cause his rap career is not on. I don't even smoke weed no more. That was 4 years ago. What y'all see me smoke? Hookah, right? If a nigga got mental illness, how I got cribs and shit. Like I'm finna look. I knew it was something. I took his picture down off the wall, right? Y'all wanna know what's crazy? Look, my brother picture used to be right there. That's my mama. On God, that's my mama. I got Fredo right there. Boom, 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 boom. You feel me? Let me show y'all some real shit. Guess where I put his picture at? And on my mama grave. On my mama. On our mama. You talking about? Guess where his picture is at? In the fucking closet. So who got drug problems? I don't do drugs like him, you know? I don't pop pills. I don't drink liquor. That ain't me, you know? I only smoke hookah now. I used to smoke weed, like really like fucked up in the brain. Like that was 4 years ago when I got laced with that blunt. But I'm back. When his rap career don't take off, and when Chop stop promoting you, and your numbers start dropping, and this my brother though. I'm gonna speak about my brother. I love him to death. That's still my brother. That's my little brother, not my big brother. That's my little brother. You know?
And this the clip of his brother that he was talking about in the clip that had Chop mad.
Bro, what I'm going through right now is like it ain't no joke, bro. I can't even talk to my brother because shit going on right now. You feel what I'm saying? And like, this ain't no game. This ain't no game, bro. I'm living through this shit, bro. I gotta turn my phone off because of this shit, bro. It's to the point where I can't even control my brother, bro. Like, I'm texting him. He not taking me serious. Don't do nothing to my brother, please. He drugged right now. He don't know what he doing right now. It's cool going on. Oh, please, man. He don't know what he doing right now. Whoever can get this anywhere and everywhere, please, bro. He don't know what he doing, bro. Like, I'm speaking from the heart right now. He don't know what he doing right now. Talk about this, like, bro, some of these people he's talking about, bro, I don't know what these people did to him. I'm not around him. I don't know that. That's why I'm not going to speak upon it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not going to speak upon it. I'm not against nobody. I'm not against the people he talking about. I'm not against my brother. I'm not against nobody. But at the end of the day, bro, we grown, bro. And bro, I know the problem, what's wrong with my brother. My brother has been drugged a month ago when he just dropped his last album, Godfather, in New York. You feel me? I gotta go through it personally. I gotta see my brother everywhere and me everywhere about some old shit I said about my brother.
If that's what really happened to him, that is a real sad situation. And today, he ain't really seen much. The last time he posted on Instagram was back in April of 2022, and we in March of 2024, so that's almost 2 full years with no communication. But April 2022 would also be a real hurtful month for that man. His brother, the one from the clip I just showed you, ended up passing away, but the situation surrounding him was real crazy. See, a video had came out of him, his girlfriend, and people was thinking that one day after he did what he did, she snapped and smoked him. But I don't know for 100% fact. It's just something that's been said a lot. And I did find an article on the situation where she pled for self-defense and claimed that he was on her when it all went down. But probably the biggest question of the video: where is Young Chop? Well, like I said, he ain't been on social media since April 2022. And people were speculating that he had been locked up. And it is some proof out there of him being in jail, because just in June last year, it was body cam footage of him in jail getting escorted to his cell because he was tripping. But all we can do is hope this man gets some help in this real sad situation. Because you got to think about it. He lost his mama, his grandma, and his brother in less than 10 years. But all we can do is hope that he gets some help in this real dark situation, because that mental health stuff ain't no joke. All we know is how problematic he had been throughout his career, just like the artist from my last video, The Game. That man done beef with nearly any rapper you could think of, and the way it affected his career was so rough. And The Game is by far one of the most controversial artists of all time. This man thrives on beef more than anything, and it's kind of the reason people don't like him. See, The Game came into the music world many years ago. It was a time where he was selling hundreds and thousands of albums. But even back then, early 2000s, his career was thriving off problems. Back in 2004, he had got discovered by Dr. Dre, and Dre was messing with bro so heavy, he introduced him to 50, and that was major. If you somehow don't know, 50 was like the biggest artist during that time. He was selling 1 million copies for his week. So for the Game to get put up under him, it's crazy. But they link up, they making his music, and it got to a point where 50 wanted to sign the Game, so he put him up under his G-Unit label. But that's a problem. That's a real big problem, because if you think of how 50 is as a person, he a living troll. That man will beef with anybody, and he was the same way back then. He was beefing with all these artists, and at first the Game was cool with it. He was like, all right, y'all beefing with all these people, I'm cool with it. Until it got to a point where it was people that he liked. See, it wasn't a problem for the Game until they started beefing with Fat Joe, Jadakiss, and Nas. And when the Game heard that, he had to cut ties with 50. He was like, look, I can't be beefing with these people that I really don't got no problems with. And when 50 heard that, he ended up kicking the Game from G-Unit. And from that moment forward, a war started. After he got kicked, 50 was doing an interview with Hot 97 where he was saying how he dropped the Game and all this. And right when 50 said that, guess what happens at the exact same radio station? It gets out of. The Game and his folks tried to run in there. But 50 and his crew, they shut that down. So they all get outside. It's a whole middle of the snow in New York. And not too long ago, for whatever reason, the Game got on an interview speaking about what happened that day. The crazy thing about it, I think it was one of the coldest days in New York in the last 50 years or something. The snow was up to my knees. We had on Converse. I don't know if anybody ever been to New York when it's snowing heavy, but Converse in the New York winter is the worst decision you can make. We was out there slipping and sliding. I remember we was hiding behind trash trucks back. It was just a whole outside Hot 97 that got us banned and changed the way Hot 97 do interviews to this day. I always go back and, think about the demises of Tupac and Biggie, and I feel like hip hop was real. I feel like if you had beef, it was only one way to sell it. At that point in time, it was just crazy, because now looking back at it, I don't know, I might have done things differently. But after all that went down, a diss track war started. They was just going back and forth, dropping these diss tracks, right? But in 2005, they came out kind of hitting at the fact that the beef did get dropped. They had a press conference with Dr. Dre, and they pretty much said that the beef was done. And soon after the press conference, G-Unit started trolling the Game, and the diss track war started right back up. And throughout time, so many different rappers ended up getting involved, and for years on years, they beefed and argued and trolled all the way up until 2016. See, around this time, the Game came out doing something nobody would really expect. After all the beef and all the disrespect, and even after 50 accused the Game of being a male stripper, the Game came out on stage and squashed the beef. But who knows if this beef will ever actually be done, because these is two people, like I said, that done shot bullets at each other. But there was even a point in time where the Game was stepping into politics, and politics are a strange area in the world, and today is really the time to understand all different viewpoints. Today is a time where you should want to understand the whole story, both sides. That's why I'm glad for today's sponsor, Ground News. They can help you actually understand things that have heavy political biases. This website can help you stay updated on all things from culture to music, and allows you to actually understand what's going on around you. For example, in North Dakota right now, they trying to decide whether 81 is too old to serve in Congress. And what Ground News allows you to do is see all these articles published on the topic, and it will show you how biased they are. And what's useful about it, you can go through each of these articles and read it and understand why they think how they do. Like one left-leaning article really focused on how being that old, you're gonna face some cognitive and age-related issues, while the right is just straight up against the idea. If you actually care about the truth and want to understand what's going on around you and don't want to be lied to, you should definitely be using Ground News. I highly recommend it. Go to groundnews.com/Prince with 2 E's right now and get 40% off the Vantage plan. It's the one I'm using right now, or you could try for less than $1 a month. Before the Game, the early 2000s was full of beef that had the Game looking so goofy. One example, he was getting into it with Jay-Z over some real vague diss lyrics on his song West Side Story. He said, I don't do button-up shirts or drive Maybachs. And people was thinking he was dissing Jay, but he said it was going at Ja Rule. But fast forward some time, Jay was doing a freestyle and said some lines that had people thinking he was dissing the Game. And when the Game heard this, he started snapping. He was dissing Jay, Rockefeller, everybody surrounded with Jay. And for years on years, he would always throw these shots at Jay, would always be talking about Jay, just trying to get to him. But the worst part about it all, Jay would never respond. Never did he respond back to any of these shots at him. So to the world, the game was just looking goofy as hell. You gotta think about it. They see you dissing this man over and over and over and over. And what is he doing? Not responding. It was only one time in 2009 where Jay kind of responded, but it wasn't even direct.
I ain't talking about profit, I'm talking about pain. I'm talking about despair, I'm talking about shame. I ain't talking about gossip, I ain't talking about game. I ain't talking about Jimmy, I ain't talking about Dame.
And think about it. That clip is from 2009, and the game kept dissing him until 2012. But when Vlad got to questioning him about it some years back, he said this: I get real disrespectful when it comes to beefing. Jay took that all to heart, and I don't know if he's forgiven. At this point, it's been a long time. We both Sagittarius. We both great rappers. Obviously, for accolades wise and as far as his career being, he gonna be highly touted. But as far as skill set, Hov is not confused on what I can do. To this day, again, I never seen Jay since the 4040 Club back in the day. I ain't never done a song with Jay. We ain't never crossed paths. Maybe Rock Nation brunch. Maybe my invite gets lost in the email. But look, when I say the game was beefing with like every artist, I really do mean Meek Mill, 50 Cent, Stitches, even Young Thug. But him and Thug beef was real public. All the way back in 2015, they was getting into it. Thug was beefing with Lil Wayne, and if y'all remember, this is a case that they keep bringing up during the whole trial that he's facing right now. Young Thug beefing with Wayne, and the game decided to put himself in the middle of it. He felt like, Wayne my brother, so I'ma step for him if he get to beefing with anybody.
What side of this? Anybody with you got on me? I will that Thug up on Pyru. What's Pyru?
Then when this clip got around to Thug, he spoke his mind, and after that, they were just going back and forth.
See, you used to be a Crip, now you're a Blood. So I don't want no smoke with you. You got Bloods and Crips on your team. And you was a male stripper once before, so I don't want to fight you. I don't want no germs on you. And you know I'm in LA more than Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he the governor. Yeah.
That's funny video. Could have been security tryouts. I think I could have won that, bro, to be honest. I could have been a, what was it called? Security guard if I really wanted to. Skin and bones. Sheesh, mate. I don't know what other video should we look at. Oh gosh. No, I don't even give a fuck about Jinx that much, mate. I'm sorry. Sheesh. The full story of... Let's see this.
Total Drama Island is one of the more iconic shows from Cartoon Network and or Fresh TV's mid-2000s era. So popular, in fact, that it was able to get 5 normal seasons, 2 spin-offs with the Redonkulous Race and Total Drama-Rama, and a 2-season revival series of sorts with the original Island being used again. Which is why in this video I'm going to be covering the entire story of the original Total Drama Island season from the start to the finale. And don't be a stranger to hitting that like button and subscribing down below if you'd like to see more of these types of videos on other Total Drama seasons.
If you ever seen this show, man, this show... OG.
Seasons or just other shows in general. Now, for a bit of background context, Total Drama Island is a reality TV show that takes place on an island in Muskoka, Ontario, Canada called Camp Wawanakwa, where 22 teenagers grouped in teams of 2 get a chance to win $100,000 by competing through various dangerous, embarrassing, or gross challenges, with at the end of each episode, a losing team having to vote off who they believe to be the weakest link. And the person with the most votes gets kicked out of the competition and can no longer win the cash prize. All of this was thought up by the show's host, TV personality Chris McLean, who had previous works in the industry like starring in a film about badminton, was in a boy band called Fametown, and partook in a figure skating show. Now with Total Drama Island, Chris has complete creative freedom being the writer, director, and of course main host. Now for the episode contents themselves, the first episode, dubbed Not So Happy Campers Part 1, works as the introduction to the giant cast of characters before everyone actually competes in their first challenge. In order, we first meet Beth, then DJ, Gwen, Jeff, Lindsay, Heather, Duncan, Tyler, Harold, Trent, Bridget, Noah, Lashana, Katie and Sadie, Ezekiel, Cody, Eva, Owen, Courtney, Justin, and Izzy. All of these characters having very distinct personality traits / stereotypes about them, some more extreme than others. Beth's a nerd wannabe, DJ is a very strong and athletic guy, but is easily frightened and loves to befriend animals. Gwen is a goth, but still pretty normal when interacting with others. Jeff is a party animal. Lindsay is a dumb blonde. Heather is the bossy mean girl / main antagonist for the season. Duncan's a troublemaking delinquent that eventually develops a bit of a soft side. Tyler claims to be a jock, but has almost no hand-eye coordination. Harold is more or less Napoleon Dynamite in cartoon form. Trent's the classic cool guy who loves to play the guitar. Bridget's a relatively normal girl who enjoys surfing more than anything. Noah, fitting to his name, is a sarcastic know-it-all. Lashana is normal but isn't afraid to get loud and excited when happy or pick fights with those who try to cross her and those she likes. Katie and Sadie are two best friends who dress exactly the same and have slightly more intelligence than Lindsay. Ezekiel is a homeschooled country boy with some pretty outdated worldviews. Cody is a bit of a geek who thinks he's a ladies' man but fails in almost all of his efforts. Eva is a hot-tempered muscle woman who doesn't get along well with others. Owen's a super friendly guy with a larger-than-life appetite, an appetite that usually gets him into trouble. Courtney is relatively normal but extremely uptight and always follows the rules. Justin's a male model who rarely speaks, yet is apparently so pretty that even the island's wildlife fall for him. Then of course, Izzy. She can be normal at times but is usually a magnet for chaos. After everyone arrives, Chris divides the group into the teams of the Screaming Gophers and Killer Bass. Beth, Cody, Gwen, Heather, Justin, Katie, Lashana, Lindsay, Noah, Owen, and Trent are on the Screaming Gophers, with the remaining 11 campers being on the Bass. This decision briefly leaves the best friend duo of Katie and Sadie depressed because they aren't on the same team. Soon after, everyone gets a tour of the general island, seeing the cabins they'll sleep in, and the mess hall will be prepared by Chef Hatchet, an ex-military hardass who acts as Chris's second-in-command in many episodes. Now comes the time for the first challenge, which DJ isn't too scared of since it's the very first one, only for him to find out he and everyone else will have to jump off a 1,000-foot cliff and land in a very specific safe zone to advance further. On to Not So Happy Campers Part 2. Everyone is justifiably afraid to jump off the cliff, though most of the contestants just do it, the few exceptions being Beth, DJ, and Courtney. Izzy and Katie also swap teams, so Sadie and Katie can be together on the Bass, by the way. At one point, both teams are tied and it comes down to Owen landing safe, which he's able to do and gain an advantage for his team in the second part of the challenge, building a hot tub. Said advantage is allowing the Gopher team to carry the hot tub parts back to camp in pull carts, while the Bass team has to drag everything there by hand. To not much surprise, the Gopher team was able to build a more successful hot tub and win the challenge. The Bass initially think either Courtney or DJ should be voted off due to being the only ones who refused to do the cliff jump. However, after Ezekiel's misogynistic comments toward his female teammates, they quickly turned on him, leading to him going home that same night. The big sleep starts off with Chris getting all the campers purposely tired through a long run into a breakfast to make it harder for them to stay awake in the big sleep challenge, where whoever stays awake the longest wins it for their team. Gwen and Trent quickly become to bond with one another during this challenge while they try to stay awake. Owen went on a sleepwalking journey, and Heather was able to form an alliance with Lindsay and Beth through manipulation, and then stole Eva's MP3 player, as a cunning strategy to get a strong player eliminated through her quick temper. The challenge lasts for over 2 full days, with Duncan and Gwen being the last two standing at one point. However, Gwen ends up taking the win after Duncan falls asleep on the toilet during a bathroom break. The Bass lose again and decide on getting rid of Eva due to how hard she freaked out when she couldn't find her MP3 player. Dodge Brawl opens with the campers eating at the mess hall, still very tired from the previous challenge. Here we learn the campers will be competing in a dodgeball tournament for elimination. Noah offers to sit out for pretty much the entire game on the Gopher side since they had an extra player. And at first, this seemed to be the most ideal decision because the Gophers seemed to be dominating for a bit, mainly thanks to the power of Owen's throws and the unorthodox throwing style of Cody. Tyler tries to lead the Bass to victory, but his even more unorthodox playstyle just made things worse for his team, at least because he was so awful he got to spend more time with Lindsay during their time outside the court. The Bass get desperate and decide to put the still sleepy Duncan in a leadership role, due to his intense yet tactical nature. After some convincing, he agrees and uses a strategy where all the players on the court would single out one specific person on the Gophers and hurl all the balls at them in unison. This strategy put the Bass on equal footing with the Gophers, but the game eventually comes down to a one-on-one between Harold and Owen, one of the strongest versus one of the weakest. Luckily, Harold is able to dodge all of Owen's throws thanks to his figure skating skills, eventually catching the final ball Owen throws and getting the Bass their first win of the season. The Gophers were mostly displeased with Noah due to his lack of participation and attitude towards the challenge, so he was quickly voted off later that night. Not quite so famous begins with the campers gathering at the island's main stage, where Gwen and Trent flirt a bit. Same with Lindsay and Tyler. Chris then tells everyone the next challenge is a talent show and each of them have 8 hours to choose their 3 most talented teammates to perform. The Gophers choose Trent, Heather, and Justin, while the Bass choose DJ, Courtney, and Jeff. When the time comes for the show, Bridget shows her team how long she can stand on her hands. However, her legs ends up getting caught on a spotlight cord, which falls and destroys Courtney's violin, forcing Bridget to take her spot in the show. Meanwhile, Cody tries to flirt with Gwen, fails miserably, and gets quickly upstaged by Trent, where the two share another touching moment with each other at the dock of shame. With Gwen now gone, Heather hatches a plan to steal Gwen's diary because she'd gotten sick of Gwen's attitude towards her leadership. When the show starts, Justin opens with his Zoolander-style posing act that earns him quite a bit of praise. DJ's ribbon routine quickly falls short, while Trent's song becomes the best act so far. Bridget's handstand act also flops when she pukes all over the stage and on some of the other campers mid-performance, followed by Heather reading a passage of Gwen's diary about Trent to not only all the campers, but to the in-universe viewing audience at home. And she literally decides to do this instead of doing her ballerina routine. Though Trent wasn't actually name-dropped, it's still super messed up. With the Gophers still in the lead after all that, things seem to be getting worse for the Bass when Jeff accidentally breaks his skateboard backstage, forcing the team to put Harold out there, where he proceeds to lay down some of the best beatboxing I've ever heard, clutching the win for his team a second time in a row.
Booyah! Booyah!
Surprisingly, Heather was saved from elimination and convinced enough of her team to vote up Justin instead, ending his chances at the big prize. And as a way for Gwen to get revenge on Heather, she dumps Harold's red ant farm into her bed. The sucky outdoors says the team's trying to survive out in the woods for a night and making it back to camp the next morning, with the first team back as the winners. On the way in, Trent tries to comfort Gwen about the diary thing, but she's still too depressed about it. Yet Heather tries to make herself out to be the victim due to getting the ants poured on her, so she wants Gwen gone as soon as possible. On the Killer Bass side of things, best friends Katie and Sadie get separated from their team after getting distracted by a blueberry bush. As they try to find their team, they begin to lose patience with one another, hurling insults and each declaring they don't want to be friends anymore once the challenge ends. As for the Gophers, Owen takes charge in gathering the food and finds some nice fish. DJ ends up finding a pet bunny, and Duncan is the first to realize Katie and Sadie are gone. Is still mad at one another, the two struggle to stay sane after encountering bats in a cave. The Gophers are still settling in for the night when Owen tells everyone a story about how he and his grandpa killed a bear once. Oddly enough, an actual bear shows up right after the story ends, but it turned out to just be Izzy in a bear costume to mess with everyone. Meanwhile, Duncan tells everyone a scary story about a serial killer named the Bloody Hook, scaring everyone even more when he pretends to have a hook hand himself at the end of the story. Courtney calls him out on his behavior, but quickly jumps into his arms out of fear when the wilderness starts making noise, much to Duncan's pleasure. As the Bass try to knock out for the night, Bridget leaves to go to the bathroom, but a bat flies into her face, causing her to accidentally knock an ember from their campfire onto their tent, destroying their shelter for the night. And to make matters worse, it starts to rain. The Gopher team tries to take it easy again after Izzy's reveal, only for an actual bear to show up for real this time, forcing the entire team to spend the night in a large tree to keep their distance from this bear. The next morning, both teams make a mad dash back to camp, with the Bass getting there first. However, Katie and Sadie were not with them, so the win didn't count. The two friends do eventually return to camp and reconcile with one another, but their team is not pleased with them because they're the reason they lost, leading to Katie in particular getting voted off the island and resulting in a very sad goodbye between the two friends. Phobia Factor takes place just minutes after Katie's elimination, with Sadie still crying her eyes out. Bridget tries to comfort her by bringing her back to the campfire with the other Bass members, and the Gophers show up too with a green gelatin dessert with a gummy worm inside to, say sorry, which both Courtney and DJ have a distaste for, leading into everyone confessing what they fear most in the world. Tyler's afraid of chickens, Owen and Izzy are afraid of flying, and Duncan has a phobia of Celine Dion music store standees, just as some examples.
That looks really real, man. Dude, she's made of cardboard! Get in the game!
And because Chris is watching them at all times, he decides to make the next morning's challenge one where each camper has to face their worst fear. Characters like Lindsay.
Hello, I'm trying to post a TikTok. Alright, let's watch this.
Izzy, Sadie, Owen, Izzy, and Beth are able to conquer their fears, while others like Lashana, Cody, Tyler, and Jeff aren't as lucky. A bit of a wedge is created between Gwen and Trent's relationship too, when Trent fails to keep Gwen company while she's buried underneath the beach. This happening because Trent was being chased by a scary mime. Both of them earn points for their team, but Gwen is not too happy with Trent for a bit. The Bass winning the challenge comes to either Courtney facing her green jelly fear or Tyler facing his chicken fear. But she's too scared to jump in and he's too scared to last in the chicken pen. But it more so came down to Courtney because her challenge was worth more points. However, in a shocking turn of events, Tyler is the one voted off, leaving the dock of shame and tears and riding back home in a boat filled with chickens. Up the creek follows the campers and taking canoes to a nearby island called Boney Island, where they'll have to make the biggest bonfire they can, then race back to camp to win. Also, nobody is allowed to take anything from Boney Island or they would be cursed forever. Everyone hears these directions except Beth, who was in the bathroom at the time. Cody gets lucky for once and earns a spot with Gwen in a canoe, much to her disappointment, while Trent ends up with Lindsay and Beth. Jeff also fails in trying to get Bridget to be his partner, this being because of the horrible cheesy love note he sent her. Even DJ couldn't believe how bad it was. On their way there, Cody continues to make moves on Gwen, but eventually takes the L because he realizes how into Trent she is. So he does the admirable thing and says he'll put in a good word for her to Trent because he does genuinely want Gwen to be happy. When the campers arrive on the island, they're chased by giant woolly beavers and geese for a while, where Trent and Lindsay get stuck in quicksand and Jeff injures his leg. Thankfully, both parties were able to pull it together for the most part. As for the fire challenge, the Bass are in the lead for a bit thanks to Duncan using a lighter, so the Gophers have to do it the old-fashioned way for a bit. And while looking for wood, Beth finds an artifact from the island that she decides to keep. Meanwhile, Cody puts in the good word for Gwen to Trent, which Trent respects and admires greatly. As for the Bass, Harold gets impatient with the size of the fire and decides to throw in the team's canoe paddles to make the fire bigger, which gets everyone very upset at him. And this ended up being all for naught too, because Izzy made a fire starter out of tree sap that easily won the Gophers this portion of the challenge. She also
What the fuck was that?
said she had a similar experience like this when she trained in the reserves and blew up a kitchen with the RCMP still looking for her. As the Gophers make their way back to camp, the Bass struggle to figure out how they're going to get back with no paddles. Luckily, Big DJ steps up to the plate and uses his immense strength to push paddle all the canoes and his teammates back to camp without losing any energy, earning the Bass the win. Later at the elimination ceremony, it comes down to Izzy and Lindsay as the loser. But before a decision is made, the RCMP shows up and chases Izzy off the island, effectively removing her from the show. Paintball Deer Hunter opens with Heather bossing around Lindsay and Beth to heat up the shower for her, which causes a giant line for the girls' bathroom because of how long Heather takes. Soon after, Chris summons everyone through the loudspeaker and announces the next challenge. A paintball hunt with some contestants on each team being hunters and others playing the role of deer. Harold, Jeff, and Bridget are the hunters for the bass, while Owen, Lashana, Beth, and Lindsay hunt for the gophers, leaving the remaining campers as deer. DJ in particular takes his role as a deer a little too seriously, and same goes for Owen in his hunter role. Very fitting for these two to be dealing with each other through most of this episode, and given the context. Heather's ego is inflated to the max here when she forces Lindsay and Beth to protect her all game instead of hunting for the bass deer. Even having Beth leave the woods and steal chips from Chef Hatchett's kitchen. Plus, when Beth returns with these chips, Heather doesn't like the flavor Beth got and wants her to go back, leading Beth.
Oh my gosh, my knees, brother. My body's telling me lay the fuck down. Oh my gosh. Bro, where the fuck is my charger? It must be stuck in the cover. I found it right under my knee, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that chair got me fucked. Oh my gosh. I'm going through growth pains, bro. Like if I want to Q3 or some shit, bro. Dude, it's a long road right ahead of us, bro. You know what's crazy? There's people that are probably like underdeveloped, young, and they're just young, stupid men, you know? And there's guys who understand already, like, the consequences they're going through. Like, yes, I'm young. I can be still doing reckless, bouldy decisions. I can still be doing. I'm still young enough to do that. But consciously, do I want to? Not really anymore, because I have my faith in the Lord, who I always followed. But it just now it's just it feels more purposely right to be surrounded by this shit. It's like going to partake in some stupid shit like that. I'm not saying that everyone needs to be that way, but I'm saying if everyone could be, then the life would be much easier, I guess. Because there's so much years in everyone's year. I feel it. You have your partner that understands, not that, oh yeah, there's gonna be other people's years, it's like each other more. And if you both could grasp on the same field and not be like the total same, but at least to understand the baseline of where the truth is, you know? One thing is someone saying something, but then one thing is showing something, you know? Oh my god, I don't know why I'm speaking like this right now. My leg. I'm stretching hard. My phone's gonna die. I just came here to grab the charger. Why am I tweaking? Sorry, I got a little stuff. Wait. Sorry, I got a lot of stuff to do. Can I even watch your stream? I gotta go and sleep. Good night, G, bro. Good night, brother. Good night, brother. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Let me connect this. I know a lot of people can't watch my stream because I'm shit. I ain't no streamer. I'm definitely not no streamer. For sure. Just needed to put this shit to charge. That's all I had to do. All I had to do, put in charge. Put in charge. Ouch, man. That shit was crazy. It hurts. My knees. My knees are weak. Eggs are heavy. Vomit on my heavy.
Beth to her breaking point and standing up to Heather once and for all, using Heather's least favorite word.
The N-word.
At one point, Cody encounters a bear and is attacked because it thinks he's actually a deer. The entire challenge ended up being a total mess with tons of friendly fire between the Gophers in particular, resulting in the Bass team winning and Cody getting eliminated because a lot of people just didn't really find him useful in challenges. Cody also found out Beth had taken something from Bodie Island as he was wheeled out to the dock, likely believing it was partially Beth's fault he got attacked because of the Boney Island curse. If You Can't Take the Heat opens with Duncan waking up in the morning doing some push-ups, only to find Harold's dirty...
Dude, I can't watch this anymore. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked really quick after almost halfway watching it. I need 5 more minutes and I'm halfway. See, like, I can't be a streamer. If I was a streamer, I need some people to talk to me. That way I can feed back off of this shit. Could have been records.
Could have been till I die.
I could have been till I
Could
die.
have been records. We out here looking for security. Not cause we scared though. We ain't scared of shit. You sign this, you sign your life away to us. Maybe you heard about.
Could have been a security for sure. Could have been security. Copy. I gotta change the title real quick. Motherfuckers could have been security real talk.